Boys. All right, what's going on? I just wanted to add a little disclaimer before we get into this that I'm in no way like dissing or shaming any of these decals. This is just my personal opinion and reactions. I just didn't want you guys to, go spend your money on a poopy decal, you know what I mean? Anyways, let's get right into this. If you agree, disagree, make sure to let me know down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. So at 31st, we're going to have Luminosity. Honestly, I hate to put this one so low because I honestly don't hate it that much, but I think it's just like the colors, the eye, I don't know. It just kind of feels like they're doing too much on this. I mean, shout out to Luminosity. I could never see myself rocking this. Next, we got Team Secret. Honestly, I just can't get the Luminosity one out of my head. It's still got the eye on the side. The only thing I think they did a little better was more like vibrant colors. I like the pink, I like the green, but again, this is just something I wouldn't see myself rocking in ranked. Endpoints isn't that bad. I'm a big purple fan. That's my favorite color. And they got kind of like this map outline thing going on. It's okay. It's just not something I would spend my money on personally. So I'm a little biased on Resolve. I don't think I'm a big fan because the old college I went to was Missouri S&T, and this was their colors, so it just kind of gives me like vibes from being in school. And I'm just not a big fan of green as is, and the lightning bolts on the top, it's just no. Ninjas in Pajamas coming in at 27. Honestly, I was just expecting a lot more from them. This isn't by no means a bad decal. I just think it's too simple. Like, a new team on the scene, I was just expecting them to go above and beyond on their decal, and it just didn't hit. It's just not for me. So Ground Zero is just another case of like simplicity just didn't hit here. I like simplicity. To me, this is just like an uncommon decal, and I'm not a big fan of green as is, so it's just, this one is not, it's not it. Number 25, we have M80. And honestly, I like the gradient. I like going from, yellow to black or whatever they got going on here. But to me, I just cannot get the Subway logo out of my mind when I look at this car. And I'm just not a big fan of their, emblem as it is. So Solary coming in at 24. Ah, man, it's just the same case as the last one. Simplicity just didn't hit here. I like the idea of the streaks. I'm not a big fan of the colors they chose to do it with, though, and that's why this one is so low for me. Rebellion. This is a case where I don't mind the green with the black. It actually looks pretty decent. Just similar to Ninjas in Pajamas, I'm not a big fan of this pattern going on the side. I think they probably could have switched that up, especially on the Dominus here. I wanted to put this one higher. It's just same as Ninja's Pajamas. They just didn't do enough. KC Pioneers, funny enough, I really like this decal a lot. The only thing that ruins it for me is the fat Quick Trip logo on the side. I can't get over. I don't know why I understand the sponsorships and whatnot. It's just, why is it on there? So Limitless, this gives me real big Moist Esports vibes. I would expect Moist to throw this out as their decal, not Limitless. The only thing I want to see from them next time is I want to see more incorporation with their logo. I want it to be more unique. I really like the blue. This decal is just not hidden. Genji coming in at 20. Honestly, I wanted to put them higher. I think my expectations were just really high for this decal. It's kind of got that same like streakiness that the other one had. It's just, come on, Genji, I need better. Power would be so much higher for me if they just took like the little lines that they got going throughout and just left it as a gradient type vibes. I love this decal. There's just other better yellow gold ones. OG, I was pretty impressed with actually. In MLS, my favorite soccer team is Sporting KC, and honestly, this reminds me a lot of their kits, and the Red Bull sponsorship looks nice. I really like this decal. Complexity, I tried to keep my opinions unbiased as possible because I'm just not a big fan. I don't like their emblem. Anyways, I like the color blue that they used here with the black. It looks really nice. I'd like to see them incorporate their logo a little bit better, but honestly, it's pretty solid. Carmen Corp is an excellent example of how to make simplicity look good, in my opinion. I love the shade of blue. I love the like minimalistic lines that go through it and the Michelin logo. I've seen some pretty nice builds with this, and although it's ranked pretty low-ish, I would consider buying this one. Team Falcon. So you remember how I said I didn't like green? Well, this is an example where I absolutely love the green with the black. This gives me like Matrix vibes. I think they did a pretty solid job on this decal. Space Station was a big disappointment for me, I'm not gonna lie. I was a Space Station fan when Arsenal was playing, and I've kind of fallen off since he's left. But I was expecting the most coming out of Space Station. I'm just not a big fan of this like streakiness like stars. It's just not for me. Dignitas. Oh, this is a pretty decal. I love the fade from pink to yellow here. It looks so good. I think all the like black lines and stuff going on is kind of what throws it off for me, or else this would easily be a top 10 decal. Rule 1 is solid. For a new team, I think they did a phenomenal job on this decal, incorporating their colors into the solid blue. I could see myself buying this, and it's not even in the top 10. At number 11, just missing top 10, is Vitality. This one I had the biggest expectations for. I just think they didn't do enough, man. Vitality, you know, Zen is one of the up-and-coming biggest teams. I just expected more. Sneaking in at number 10 is BDS, and if you're looking for a black, like dark decal, I think this is the way to go. I love the incorporation of the red around those cars. Team BDS did a good job. Moist Esports comes in as one of my personal favorites, just because for those of you who watch anime, this gives me real big Demon Slayer impressions, especially with the Chinese characters written over on the sides. This is a real solid, pretty decal. I loved what they did last year. And, you know, coming from somebody who hasn't shown up in the past few years on the decal scene, this is probably one of their best. Now, Crew is really similar to BDS. I personally just like the pink better. There's not a lot going on. It's pretty simple with the black and pink. I just think their logo looks so good on this car. Elevate was a shocker this year for me. This is one of my personal favorites as well. I love what they were able to do on the sides with like the Japanese style. The only reason I haven't bought this decal is because on the Fennec it's just not as prominent. Like you don't see it stand out as much on the sides. Oxygen did a perfect job on this decal in my opinion. For one of the most vibrant colorways I've ever seen. This car is super pretty and I would not hesitate buying this. Furia, I actually own. This is a real pretty yellow gold decal to me. I love what they did on the sides of this car and incorporating their logo. This is just an all in all pretty decal. It gives me like Goop vibes coming on the side. TSM did a phenomenal job on this decal. I don't know who did this, but they need a raise ASAP. Small detail that I love is on the Phoenix, the exhaust pipe on the side is actually by the mouth of the dragon that breathes fire, and that's awesome. NRG is one of the ones that I rock the most. I love the pastel colorway that they have going on here with like the pink, white, turquoise, whatever you want to call it. It looks super good, super clean decal. I recommend rocking this. Now, Gentlemates is actually the one that I use the most. I am a sucker for pink, and they did a perfect job on the like light pink. I don't like hot pink as much like Crew did, but this is just absolutely perfect. This is a pretty decal, and then the lines and everything about this is so clean. Shout out to Gentlemates. Coming in at number 1, and trust me, if anybody deserves it, it's G2. This colorway is beautiful. I love the purple and the flame vibes it's got going on here. G2 absolutely killed it, and I don't know. I rock Gentlemates more, but G2 definitely deserves the number 1 spot.